Hi, buddies, friends. I know I look like I'm in Alaska or something, but I like to keep the window open and keeps my skin from drying out. Anyway, I wanted people to know that I'm happy and that I'm here and I'm here and I'm happy. So that's what I wanted to let everybody know. I, it's the first time I've gone live, so I don't really, and I doubt that anybody's watching it this hour. What's it, 11:18? Yeah, so I want my kitty to come up here. Frody. Um, yeah, what else? Let me see if I can get this camera in a better position so I don't teeter totter all over the place. Teeter totter tooter. There we go. Das better. Das más better. All right. Let me see if I can get this. I was really cold when I got to bed, but not so much anymore. Now I've warmed up. Hello, people, friends and family. Nobody's watching. Okay, good. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna put some music. Yeah, so let's talk about my life. Oh, I have been. I just discovered that I've been robbed my entire life, and it never stopped. At first, I guess I was robbed as a child of my childhood, so that was. I got a tube coming out of my ear. And then, so many things I was robbed of this. But I guess maybe I'll be giving it all back or something like that. Maybe it was not really stolen. It was just borrowed. I don't know. Maybe it's all coming back. Froly tiger. Froly, 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 Froly tiger. Where's my Frody? Like 11:20 p.m. is not really the time, or yeah, to go live on YouTube. And I'm not even playing WoW or doing anything interesting. I'm just sitting here looking at you guys, or nobody, looking at zero people. Hi, zero. Hi, zero people. This is me. Look at me. I didn't even brush my teeth today. I was supposed to. They look smoky. Smoky white. How do you like that? Everybody should go for the smoky look. Who wants that sheer white look that reflects off the camera? Hey, I'm gonna leave this up, so yeah, nobody's watching, but somebody's gonna watch it later. So let's keep on talking. Yeah, about robbery. Robbery in the first degree. Yeah, that was my childhood. Robbery in the first degree. I didn't have hugs. I didn't have kisses. I didn't have food a lot of times. I didn't have shelter. I didn't have a mom. I didn't have a dad. I didn't have um, presents. I didn't celebrate holidays. I didn't have birthdays. Um, I what else? I never had anybody to talk to. I didn't have anybody that listened to me, or I didn't have anybody that I trusted. So I don't know if that's called a robbery, but it left me to figure that. I didn't know that really. I didn't realize that. And then as an adult, I guess, I was robbed in so many ways. I kind of, I just gave up on life because of my inability to have any support when I was in my 20s. When I had everything in the world and I just let it go like an idiot because I was afraid, because I was unfamiliar with the situation. I had no support. I had nobody to talk me down off the mental spiral that I was going down, or talk me up. And neither of my parents were present or even understood like half of what I was encountering. And I didn't, yeah, I just didn't have at that time any contact with my dad whatsoever. And my mom was a distant person who had her ashram, and I was, incidental. I felt even up until the accident when I broke my spinal cord, I didn't feel like I had a family. I felt like I was on the road, uh, or yeah, on the road. I guess it's a good way to put it. I was on the road by myself, and I had people around me, but that didn't make you know for that didn't make for a comforting company, because many or all of us were in the same boat. We were all children with nobody to. Hi there. Yeah, just blabbering on about interesting stuff. Hey, what's up? Yeah, no worries. So, yeah, I just encountered a video on YouTube about. I've been like, doing some soul searching lately. I just made a big change in my world, which I'm very happy about. But it took a toll on me, and it took me a long time to figure out what was going on. Way too long for me to get myself out of that situation. So yeah, just learn some things about it. Learn some self. Well, they'll help me in the future if I can get my health back to what it was. I was doing so well at one point. I was just fighting back every time, without getting the getting what I was due. Now I know it, and I'm, I don't. I have a lot, so I'm ready to kick some ass again. It's just gonna be a bit of a climb for me, a bit of a climb, but yeah, I look good. I'm a bit bundled up. If you rewind it, I like to keep the place cold at night, so I bundle up instead of worrying about blankets and stuff. Otherwise, my skin dries out. But I'm doing well, and I don't know who's watching, but happy everything to you, and wish you well and have a great time. Um, I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm not here to complain. That's for sure. Um, I just my body's going through some things that I don't understand, and my doctors can't explain, and I don't have anybody to. That I have a doctor that's basically a pill runner. He'll give me pills and make prescriptions, but he can't talk to him. He's a more spiritual moron. I guess that's probably an insult he doesn't deserve, but he won't talk or listen, so I place him in that category. Um, yeah, and he's a doctor. I mean, what kind of why do you get into that profession? I mean, to have pharmaceutical companies give you bonuses for uh, pushing medicines. I don't know. That's a I don't know. That's one of the ill symptoms of this planet right now. People like that. So anyway, I'm plagued with those situations and trying to overcome them with my own thoughts and my own researches. I don't, because it's kind of a nerve condition that I have, and don't understand. Don't I watched YouTube videos. I've researched. I don't. You know, they the doctor will say that it falls within the category of 30 symptoms that they describe altogether as under the category of nerve pain. So I couldn't really confide in him. I mean, this was a specialist that I spoke to, a really high level specialist for the for the world. He's like has a high degree of respect and value in the field as a doctor. And I talked to him. He had nothing. He honestly had nothing. He didn't know really. He that's the one. He's the one who told me that was placed within. And I knew I had a short period of time with him. Otherwise, I would have gone into more detail with him about how it happened and what I went through. So someday I'll explore it and maybe in videos or something, explore the things that I'm going through. And but this was just a purely spontaneous like moment. I just was like, "Fuck, I'm going on YouTube. Why? I don't know. Just because I feel like it." So here I am, and yeah, I haven't been able to sleep that well the last few days. It's going through this kind of separation that I did kind of abruptly with this negative person in my life, and I yeah, so I well, negative to me. I don't wish her any harm or this person any harm. I actually wish them well, and I do. I'm sure I'm gonna come across some like just like regret maybe that I didn't get what I was due. Let me see if I can read that comment. I don't know how to do this yet. Okay, there we go. I wasn't able to read your comments. Music. Yeah, I have. I'm having a lot of fun. I don't put it on YouTube. I put music on YouTube. Got on my freaking case, so I was like, "Fuck you." No, I would put music on. Tried to put like even non-word music, just music that I like to drum to, and I would play to it. And then they'd flag me all over the place with uh, you know, violations, and I was just banging on a drum to some music. It's like dancing. How many freaking videos are people dancing to all kinds of music and they don't get flagged? I got flagged a whole bunch of times for banging on the drum to music that I like, and so I was like, screw that. I'm not gonna. How am I gonna know if the music's copyright or not? I have no idea. And even if it's not, they will flag you, and then they will say contact the music producer. They know who it is. They track it down, and then when you track down the music producer, they don't even have a copyright on it. They don't even care. But YouTube wants to get feedback from them and make them get a copyright so YouTube can make money off of you. So screw that. I don't need to participate. I mean, that's how I felt. I would like to find music that doesn't have any attachment to the whole copyright system, and I have. I'm starting to listen to my roots music, the roots music that I grew up with, which, believe it or not, I grew up in India and in a village in India for like 5 years and played like traditional village music. That's what it is. It's basically village music. And it's pretty nice. I love it. It's my favorite music in the fucking world because I know how to drum to it really well. And it's kind of the language that I interpret all music to, like, because of I was formed. It was in my early formation of music relation. I started playing the drum when I was like 3 years old, and yeah, played for my whole childhood until I broke my neck. But yeah, now I just bang on it because I used to use 10 fingers. Um, I have like kind of this club this club that has fingers, but it's like I'm trying to get better at being precise about it. Why don't they keep the chat up? I can't even see it. There we go. They told my brother it was paraplegic nerve pain. Okay. What did they put him on? Why does it disappear? They put him on methadone. Oh my god. Nice bass guitar. I have a close friend who plays bass guitar. Methadone, huh? Okay, I might as well start talking about it. Nerve pain. So I've been quadriplegic for since I was 16. Now I'm 52, for quite a while, and seen and been through a lot with my body, with just I was not one that was afraid of things. Till recently, I started experiencing that, and attributing it maybe to this connection with this person that I've been locked in for the last 10 years or so, and they had a lot of this kind of. Okay, I just got an invitation to a Zoom tomorrow. Um, yeah, I yeah, so I've just um, started experiencing like a lot of these fear symptoms and then so it's a complicated story, but I'll figure it out. I'm keep trying to figure it out, and I'm finding out that nerve pain is related very closely to emotional pain. So if you are not secure in your situation, the nerve pain is going to be increased uh, severely because, uh, and the problem is all the medication that they give you, it kind of exacerbates the situation. Like they'll either give you the pain meds, which is like the methadone that your brother got, or they'll give you nerve pain meds, which is like gabapentin and Lyrica. They don't really have much else that at least that I know of. My doctor won't tell me of anything else. Those two things, but they all have weird relationships with anxiety and stress. So I'm trying to figure out how that works in the brain. There's some kind of like switch in your brain that is related to pain and stress. You know what I mean? Like it increases one increases the other, and then when you take those meds, you deal with the stress going away, but then it comes back in your body at the end of it. And I'm dealing with that pretty severely because I increased my meds, nerve pain meds, while I was in this kind of trapped situation and dealing with a lot of anxiety because of it. And as soon as I let go of it, the anxiety started diminishing, and that's where this new me, who's more able to express because I'm being myself. Like in that situation, I felt like I was giving too much and didn't really have much left to give. But now it's just all me. So I'm putting myself first at this point. Finally, in my life, yeah. It sounds like gimmicky or something like that, but for me it means a lot. Like maybe it means more now than I ever would have. Those words, I guess I should say, put yourself first, is really strong words, but especially as a paraplegic or quadriplegic, it's difficult because you're looking for someone or something to like fulfill you or answer your questions about what happened or why it happened, or it's questions that you don't get answered. And so as long as you're looking and chasing, and then you feel unfulfilled. And I was just looking at something, and then just a light or the moon or something out the window. And yeah, yeah, as long as you do that, you feel like a lack. And I've lived like that for way too long, way too long, you know, and it makes you unable to give to your family and the people that you should be really caring about, like because you're just like you feel empty a lot, you know, and then your pain level increases because of that emptiness, and then you take meds. Yeah, you take meds, and then you get connected. They connect to your like that pain, anxiety like switch in your mind, and then you know they kind of feed off of each other, and you know as long as you're not you know making sort of it forces you I guess to make progress if you want to toward a more like wholesome way of looking at things. And I'm still suffering like crazy, just the nerve medications, and then my own sort of I was venturing into trying to understand my body, and I flipped a switch, I swear to God, because I went through, I don't know what flipped it exactly, but I flipped the switch, and here we are, you know, like I didn't have any feeling really below my level of injury for many years as a quadriplegic. It was just like numb, dead, nothing, right? And that was fine with me. Well, except when there was severe pain, then my body would start shaking and give me like a higher blood pressure and my water. And yeah, so then it started. I don't know if I'm ready to talk about it on YouTube, but um yeah, what the heck, why not? I was started take. I don't know if you're associate if I'm in contact with you because of this supplement that I was taking. It was I was taking this herbal supplement, and I did it did connect me with a lot of guys, but with a lot of good guys, good people. I should say I liked them a lot. There was a group I still belong to it, but I'm unconnected. Let's say um, that. They the focus of it was to promote like fitness and health and men's health specifically. So I bought the supplement and I started taking it. It was pretty marvelous, really. The effects that it had on my body were like relaxing and confident, and started, you know, my body was you know, I was it was just getting stronger, and I was starting to work out every day. I felt like I was compelled to work out. You know, it felt really good, but I was stuck in this sort of binding situation, and yeah, I was stuck in this binding situation. I need to learn to like deal with this camera thing. I guess looking at look at it so it feels more personal. Where do I look at? Is that the camera? Where the heck's the camera? If I look at it, it probably looked like I'm looking at you. That's oh there, probably there. Okay, yeah, I think I see it. Um, yeah, so it's gonna be weird looking at a black hole. Um, yeah, so I wasn't able to like just take off with it. It was like compelling me. This energy was compelling me to like be confident and take on the world and take on my challenges, and I was ready to, and I started doing it. But the other person in the situation was an anchor just dragging along, and I was like, yes, this positive. And pretty soon, I just like started getting like overwhelming physical features of like you know shaking and different things like that. I didn't know what they were associated with. It got so bad I was in the hospital a bunch of times, and then I started getting like sensations back in my legs. But at first they were very pleasant sensations. I thought, wow, I'm getting feeling back. This is pretty awesome. And then you know, and then it started. I was like, I tried to get off of the medications that I was on. Anyways, I'm not gonna get all into every aspect of it, but feelings did start to come. Sensations have returned to my legs, my hands. They're difficult to explain. They're classified as nerve pain, which may or may not be what they are, but in my view, it's something that I need to gain control of, and something that I find has a direct connection to like stress, anything that induces stress in my life. Even here talking to you, well, I was experiencing it before, but I was watching like meditation videos and inspiration things and things like that before I decided to go on YouTube and just blab. And then because I've seen people doing that and they're inspirational sometimes. I'm like, oh, maybe I'm ready to just to do something like that. Just start talking, and I'm not a pretentious person. I don't put any bullshit out there. I like to be factual, and that was part of the problem of being in this trap situation. I couldn't be myself. I couldn't be factual because I had to lie about certain things. So I just got fucking tired of it. Yeah, finally. So the meds that I was taking, that I haven't started taking them again because I'm a little scared of. I don't know. I want some of the ingredients in the Aphro-D that I was taking, but I don't know which one of them causes this vibration, or maybe it doesn't cause it. It might be directly associated with my meds. I just don't have any. I don't have any guidance from a doctor or somebody that knows physical health really well. And I think with that, I could go a long way at figuring this out. And it's not just a secret of me; it's like a secret of a human body. It's a secret that, like I said, the top neuroscientists in the world do not freaking have a clue about. They don't know how this trigger mechanism that's associated with pain is connected with stress, and so they it's too like complex of a problem for them to tackle. You know, the complexity may be too much for me to tackle too, but I'm tackling it, and I have to. And the complexity has to do with our spiritual nature and our relationship to God, to the Creator, to existence, to who we are. And um, that's a that's complicated in itself because you get a lot of opinions about that, or a lot of points of view. So I'm open to all points of view. Really, I do have my opinions, but they're my own, and I like sharing. Oh, let me get in the habit of looking at the camera. Yeah, and I like sharing them, but I don't like imposing them. So if somebody's gonna feel like that's why I've avoided getting on YouTube and stuff, because I don't like preaching, and I don't. But I've had a very interesting life, and so that's mostly what I'm going to share is the things that I got out of different experiences, and where I'm going, and even get into more detail about this nerve pain thing. I really want to explore it and find out if there's some other people out there that have insight into the medications that they have me on, and ways of reducing them, because I really don't think I really think they're harmful to that whole connection. But that's what they put you on, and then they know that the effects long term are going to be detrimental, but they don't have any other, they don't know any of they're like, here, take this, it's eventually going to kill you, and don't come back and talk to me about how it makes you feel, because I have no clue. So just, yeah, that's what you do. You do what I told you, and I'm sorry if you need more. We can always give you more. And that's pretty much where they lay you off. They put you, and you're like, all right, here we go. How many years do I have? And there's a lot of quads that are just like, they're just like, well, this is existence. I'm okay with it. That's okay with me too. I guess this is existence. I got to make the best of it. But I'm gonna rack my brain trying to understand it, and trying to and I'm fidgety now because my nervous system is like feels like it's in some kind of vibration, and I think it partially has to do with me talking here and giving me a little stress. So that's okay after I stop here. And I like music at night, so that I would put music on, but YouTube would probably flag my video. I was gonna put music on initially. I'm gonna try to put that spiritual music from India that I grew up with, and it's probably not flaggable because it's like it's traditional Hindu music from like every town and village in India for 10,000 freaking years. You know, like it's not like new music or copyrightable music, or maybe the guy singing it. I was thinking maybe he has a he'll they'll try to flag him and contact him and say, hey, you know, you can make money if you copyright this, and that guy's gonna go, what? How dare you insult me with your fucking bullshit about money? Because really, yeah, it's many of them are just, you know, just singing because it's a spiritual effort or endeavor. You know, that's how I grew up, and I resented it at the time because I grew to resent it because it was imposed on me in many ways, and the people that I was with around me were you know, like you see my gritted teeth. Like there's no, yeah. If you, I'll go into it. I wrote a book about it, and it's being edited, and or you know, it's like been iterated a bunch of times, but it's in one iteration, and I have somebody in California looking at it. She's pretty excited, so I haven't spoken to her in a few weeks because I'm dealing with these physical problems, and I hope everybody that's around me that oh, let me look at the camera instead of my. What do I look at? I look at myself. That's not cool. Yeah, and she. But one good thing is when I started to. I'm not going to talk a whole lot longer, but when I started to kind of get myself in the direction of escaping or freeing myself from 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 being in the situation, I yeah, okay. I'm gonna say good night. Good night, people, and anybody who's gonna watch this. So that was a longer conversation than I had planned on, but it's an update on my life, and yeah, I'm gonna check it out and see if I should post it. How do you end it anyway? This is really cool. I'm gonna do this more often. This is cool. Ooh, that's cool. Bubbles. I'm drowning. Let's see. That's freaky. That's like a Halloween negative light thing. Sketch. You bet. I got you, baby. I got you.